Hi everyone, it's Michelle at Sacred Reference, and I'm making you this video. I'm actually visiting family, so I'm occupying my teenage niece's room, which is somewhat of a mess, and I thought this background would be a fun way to bring forward what I'm going to bring forward. So many of you know we are in the midst of the Syrian portals being open. And for those of you that do not know this, Isis has been known in ancient Egypt as Isis Sothis. And Sothis is the name for Sirius. Isis is said to be the sole star of Sirius. And in the beginning of July, which is always celebrated on July 7th as the Egyptian New Year, around this time is when Sirius is, it makes its heliacal rise. So that means that it can be seen distinctly from our own sun. It can be seen as separate. And that translates into the energies of Sirius radiating down upon our earth, not filtered through the sun, but coming to us in a direct frequency. So because Isis is the embodiment and the sole star of Sirius, it's really a very auspicious time to work with the goddess Isis. And when we come into our Lionsgate portal, Sirius is aligned with Orion, and that comes over the Great Pyramids are aligned to this. And Orion's belts, and Orion is associated with Osiris. So when we begin to work with these frequencies of the Lionsgate portal, we're really given this opportunity to receive these direct frequencies from the legendary Isis and Osiris and start to understand a bit more of their role and purpose here upon our earth. So as we know, Isis and Osiris are king and queen. They reigned as king and queen, as guardians, and those that are here to bring the utmost, the utmost protection and the utmost, to bring humanity to its greatest potential. They have been guardians of that. And if we follow the myths, we know that Osiris's crown was usurped by his evil brother Set, who tricked Osiris, murdered him, had him chopped up into 14 pieces. And yet it was the goddess Isis who, through her grief and lamenting, devoted love, poured and wept out her sadness until she became that kite bird, that predator bird that was able to mobilize herself to confront Set, to gather and dive to the depths of the Nile, where she retrieved those 14 pieces and was able to create the Immaculate Conception, which conceived their love child, Horus. And that story didn't just end there. Isis goes on to ensure that her son Horus is placed as king on the throne. And while Osiris was bound to the underworld, where he becomes Lord of the underworld, Lord of the shadow, Lord of the darkness, the unknown, he's the one that carries us through there safely. But he also, from that place, guides his beloved son Horus to become king and to overcome the evil set. So this is an important aspect of the story and the mythos that is part of our collective psyche. And yet what's happening on our planet is that this story is evolving. So we have this reunion, this reconciliation. No longer is the masculine principle going to be confined to the underworld. It needs to be able to access the underworld, but also bring that up into the other world and bring it into this earthly realm. And so a lot of what happens in our own personal evolution and growth as a soul, as well as a spiritual being, is tied up into how we participate in the shift of this living mythos, how this reconciliation occurs within our own self, within the anima and animus, the masculine and feminine, the king and queen within our own self, how that merges and reconciles. And we become that embodiment of king or queen that we are here to be. Now, when we are working with the Syrian healing temples, Isis's temple that is raining down its love, its energy, inviting us to receive its support, it's asking us not just to receive frequencies that are going to bring us more financial abundance and receive frequencies that are going to make us feel more powerful. Yes, those are things that we need in order to become king and queen. We need financial resources. We need to have that sort of financial freedom to serve and to reign. We need finances to provide for our kingdom. And we also need to have a sense of power, an unwavering sense of power. But this is not power that we get from defining ourselves in a certain way. This is not power that says I have 10,000, 20,000, a million followers on any social media platform, or I'm drawing in all of these people. That's not what power really is. That's a false sense of power. That's the power that we have been taught to resonate with in these distortion fields. True power, as it has been presented to us through the lens of Isis and Osiris, is this deep, deep well that resides within us. It's this sense of self. It's this sense of unwavering capacity to sit with whatever is arising, knowing that within our direct experience, we have the capacity, and we'll never, it's never coming from outside of us. It's not coming through the guidance of another channel. It's not coming through an experience we have when we sit in just energies. It's something that's accessible in our daily waking life. It's something that's within us that pushes our soul to continue evolving, that is willing to move beyond the comforts and the familiarity and the predictability that our brain is wired to favor, and to continue to go into that wild unknown, to go into those places that feel uncomfortable or scary, or sometimes we have a great resistance to. That's what it really means to be a king or queen. We have to be able to have a sense of resiliency, an ability to confront whatever is arising, because true health has nothing to do with trying to achieve just pure happiness and joy and success all the time. It means being able to sit with whatever arises. And we have neuroscientists We have experts in the field of physiology that are figuring this out right now. We are in a renaissance of understanding how our body, how our mind, how our spiritual selves are evolving. And when we bring all this information together, we can use it in support of our highest growth and potential. So with that, I am going to invite you to get comfortable, because I'm going to offer you an experience that is meant to prepare us for this Lionsgate portal. It's meant to prepare us to receive the frequencies in a way that our body can hold the frequencies and integrate them and use them to help us move past our resistances, that to help us even become aware of what those resistances are. It's whatever your potential is, what's blocking you from radiating and embodying your totality, your sense of king or queen, your capacity to create more, to move more, to be this authentic soul expression of ourselves. Leo, the lion, is the majestic one, the one that just shines forward in the most radiant, most bright, most shining light. This is not an ego. This is our soul's expression. And that can be very scary. We need to actually become the magical child in order to truly step through the gates of the Syrian healing temples. And so I'm going to invite you to just get comfortable and begin to allow your body to settle. We're going to receive information from within. So as you just close your eyes, as you notice the heaviness, the tingling, the energy that is pulsating behind your eyes, just notice and begin to allow your attention and awareness to go down, down into your roots. We're going to start with grounding. Begin to feel where your toes, the balls and heels of your feet touch the earth. Begin to feel if you have socks or blanket on them. Where does the skin and the fabric meet? All of these tiny little places where your physicality, your physical body, and the earth meet. And just notice as you bring your awareness up through the legs, up into the pelvis, noticing where the sit bones are placed, noticing and feeling in the body the position of the legs, the position of the feet. How is your body anchored? Not from looking at it or imagining it, but from sensing it. Can you sense and feel from the inside how your body is positioned? Where are the points where your body touch the seat, the cushion, the surface beneath it? And as you open your curiosity to that, just give the whole body a sweep and notice what happens inside as you start to begin to bring your senses into this grounding exercise. We're beginning to open our communication with ourselves. We are opening the cells and communicating to them that this is safe And this is something that we need to pay attention to. So we just sit for a few moments, perhaps even feeling where your back is resting upon the chair. Can you allow yourself to have an experience of the felt sense of being supported by your physical earth? And just receive the information. If it is uncomfortable, just shift to another place and notice. Notice the support, the places where your back and the chair meet. Notice where the hands are placed. Perhaps feeling the temperature, the moisture, the experience of the skin coming in contact with perhaps other skin or fabric or air. Just getting a sense of the quality. And we are preparing ourselves. And as you continue to do this, I'm going to bring through Isis. And so, dearest ones, we are opening you. We are inviting you to open yourself, preparing the body to receive the frequencies of Sirius as they pour from the healing temple, my healing temple. This healing temple generates the love, the quantum healing potential that your physical sun is receiving always as sustenance. And yet now it is directly available to you. And dearest, it is not enough to just sit and to go out into these etheric realms to receive these energies. For this is an opportunity to bring these quantum healing energies into the physical. And in order to do this, we must make the cells become receptors. We must put out the antenna that says, here, I am ready to receive, to transmit, and to be a conductor of these energies. And so, as this one has suggested, just feeling the physical body, feeling where the body makes contact with your earth. And when you are ready, allowing the hands to be in an open position, allowing them to rest comfortably on your side, on your lap. However, they are open, seeing the hands open and just in a position to comfortably receive. And just get into a curious place as to what it is you feel. Allowing yourself to be curious of the tingling, of the swirling, of the way that energy is moving between your hands. How is energy moving within the chest? And just allow this curiosity. There is no right or wrong. If you are feeling uncomfortable, allow your position to adjust a little so that you can completely be open to feeling whatever arises. If it is heat, if it is coolness, if it is tingling, if it is pulsing, whatever it is, just allow. Allow your cells to communicate. And as you do this, can you take a moment to go back and feel where the feet are touching the ground, where the backside, where the sit bones are connected, where the back is connected. You may switch back and forth between feeling these energies swirling, moving, pulsing, tingling, whatever the energy does. And how does that differ for the moments that you are just feeling the energy of connection, the grounding and the sensations of connection? Very good, dearest. Very good. This is how we feel energy and then move it down, out into an integrated way so that we take in energy and then move it out. Just by you connecting, feeling. This is a technique of grounding. So allow it to just occur. Allow the cells to speak. Allow the cells to open themselves and scan the body. Begin to see if you can feel. What do you feel as you just allow yourself to pay attention to the shoulders, to the area around the heart, the whole chest area? See if you can get familiar with the whole felt sense of how the cells are opening. Are they tingling? Are they swirling? Whatever they are doing is right. It is a very subtle feeling, dearest. Do not hunt for something spectacular. And just allow. You can open the energy and curiosity around the head, the face, the third eye. Just seeing what you notice. How are the cells communicating? And ask each and every cell of your body to open. And just sense, dearest, just sense. Allow yourself to be curious about what energy feels like as the cells are open in each and every atom, each and every molecule that is oriented towards the curiosity of communicating with the frequencies of this Sirius healing portal. And just be for a moment. And as you are preparing the body to receive, you might notice that energy starts to intensify a little as I radiate the sapphire blue crystalline energy that is my love. This is the energy and the radiance that is poured into the earth, into the sun. And you are slowing down enough to be curious as to what happens within the cellular structure as they receive this energy. So just notice and feel. And if you wish, you can ask for more. You can ask the cells to receive more of this beautiful, glistening, glamorous, loving, blue sapphire ray of Isis. And notice what happens inside. Just feel. And in a moment, I'm going to add this more iridescent, pearly, opalescent ray of energy to support and stream in, mixing with this blue sapphire ray. See what happens inside. How do the cells respond to the creaminess, to the pearly, to the soft, to the loving, assuring energies of this Sirius healing temple. We are giving you a bath, dearest. We are preparing you. So just take a few moments more, receiving the energy, remembering to also feel the feet, feel the body, feel where the pelvis is connected to the earth. And the energy will run through, it will anchor, and your system will reorient itself, knowing that this is something important to pay attention to. This is something that we wish to hold on to, not just experience in a fleeting moment. And it will also help you build the capacity to experience more without taking you out into a disoriented or fuzzy dissociated place. This is about bringing the energy into your physicality, integrated into your humanness, spirit infused with matter. Very good, very good. And I'm going to invite you to imagine that these great, beautiful, shining steps leading up to this majestic Syrian healing temple are in front of you. You can see the beautiful rose gardens. You can see the promenade of the white lions on each side of you. And you are welcomed here. You are welcomed here. As you climb the stairs and reach the gate of my Sirius healing temple, the Isis temple, residing in Sirius, which is a quantum healing temple. This temple, dearest, is overlaid upon your temple of Dandara, which is not in its full highest capacity of activation again. Yet through you, through the work that you are doing, we are going to rebuild our kingdom from the bottom up. And so, as you come to the gate, you might notice some familiar faces. Some of the priests and priestesses, the Syrian healing tribes, the councils of guides, of the benevolent beings that are here to serve you. And so notice them. See if you can be curious about what happens inside your body as you come in contact with these beautiful beings that are here to serve you. Taking a moment, dearest. Perhaps you are surprised that some of the guides present here also find refuge, solace, and healing in Isis's temple. And as you unite and connect with each and every one of them, it is important to scan the body and notice what is happening. Do you feel sensation in the chest and the belly? Do you feel a certain expression on the face? What does the skin feel like? What are the cells doing as they are coming into connection with these guides? And as you have your reunion, you are being asked if you are ready to allow yourself to completely surrender to the divine magical child that exists within you. For it is only the divine magical child that can fully enter the temple of Isis. And you might ask why, dearests. And I will allow you this understanding that as you come into contact with the guardians of the Holy Covenant, those that have made the commitment to ensure humanity thrives as the star seed race, to bring you and your brethren into the fullest expression of Christ consciousness. That commitment is only one that the magical child can take. That commitment is only one that can receive the full codes of power. It is in the state of the divine magical child, in the state of utter curiosity, of vulnerability, of an awareness that it is in the unknowingness. The child is so willing and curious about the unknowingness that this is the only way to walk amongst the guides, amongst the gods, amongst the beings, the guardians of the Holy Covenant. And so, all of these guides are going to take you, this holy magical child, and they're going to ask if you are ready. And just notice what happens. Notice how the child within you responds. And instead of just saying, okay, we're going to take you into the next chamber, we're going to ask, which chamber would you like to visit? Would you like to go and bathe in the healing sacred waters that are in the crystalline pools out in the sacred gardens? Would you like to go within this healing chamber where there are those that can perform energy work on you? What is it that your body needs? What is it that your body needs to open the heart more? And for this, dearest, I'm going to invite you to bring your hands to the center of your heart, to make connection to this place, to feel the pressure, the weight, the sensations of the hands touching the center of the heart. Allow the cells to respond. Allow yourself to receive and experience what this is like. Notice how the divine child responds. Notice how the child feels receiving the touch. Very good. And so, I'm going to invite you to begin to have a sense of movement coming from the heart. See if your body wants to sway back and forth a little, or perhaps your body wants to move side to side, whichever it prefers. Can you allow this divine magical child to just experiment with what it would feel like to move side to side or back and forth from this place where the hands are touching, as if there was a string pulling the heart back and forth or side to side, just moving, allowing the heart to lead, allowing the heart to lead. And just be with the sensation, even if there is tension arising, even if it gets a tiny bit uncomfortable. You can feel your hands, feel your feet, feel the grounded energy, and just allow yourself to perhaps shift how you are moving so that you can continue to work in this side to side, this exploration back and forth, whatever it is, from the heart, opening the heart area. Dearest, anything that you feel, any sensation, is your body's resistance. And this is not because you are bad. It is put there to keep you protected. So honor it. Say hello to any resistance that arises, any pain, any impulse to stop. Say hello to it and keep going. Even if it means it is the slightest movement, even if it means that you are resisting that part that says stop moving. Just see if you can move in a different way, and just allow, and become curious as to how the inner magical child feels about the movement. Perhaps your movements get a little bigger and you begin a little swaying, a little rolling of the shoulders, a little opening. Allow an opening, dearest, just as if the center of the heart, the hands are still placed there if it is comfortable, so that you can just continue the curiosity of what movement feels like from this origin point. And there is no right or wrong. There is just the sense of opening, the breaking up, the waking up the cells that are not receiving in this moment, that need to become aware and aligned. And so allow the heart to move, to swirl, allow the body to just open, to move, allow the chest to roll, allow it to make circles if it wishes. Ask, can I move my chest in a circular way? What do my ribs feel like? What does the back of my heart feel like as I begin to move my chest in a circular fashion? There is no right way. You can try the opposite way if you like it. Just allow. Allow yourself, allow the magical child within to move the body. Allow and explore. Allow and explore. Allow and explore. It does not matter how fast or what you look like. What matters is what you sense inside. What does the child, this magical child, sense inside herself? If it is intense, feel the feet, contrast it, and feel the groundedness of the support of the chair beneath you. You are in a quantum healing temple, dearest. You are in your room, in your house, in your skin, as well as residing within this temple. So do not question if you are doing it right or wrong. I sense each and every one of you, and I am happy for the progress that each one of you are making. And so allow the chest. See if there are figure eights that want to be made. I know I am pushing you, dearest, but just allow for a few moments to just notice what happens when the divine magical child moves the area of her heart. And just feel for 5 more seconds. Allow the body to move. Very good. And now begin to move and bring the body into your version of stillness. Your version of stillness. Whether it is a slowing down, whether it is a complete stillness, scan the body. Notice the sensations. Notice what is happening. What impulse do you feel? Do you sense the child more? Do you sense the guides? Do you sense the energy and the healing light that is radiating upon you? Do you sense yourselves? There is no right or wrong. It is all information. So just stay with what is happening. And as you can see, the child within you is going to run towards a door. And that door will lead her to the exact place that she needs to go right now. What chamber, what garden, what healing does this child need? And as you notice, you can sense the child within you running towards a door. Notice the door. Allow her to open the door. Notice the joy the guides, the angels, the priests and priestesses get from observing you as a magical child, dearest. And as you open the door, where are you? Where are you? What does this magical child within you need so that you can open yourselves to receive, to be an actual physical antenna and conductor of these healing energies? And just notice. If nothing is happening, just stay with scanning the body. See what sensations are the loudest. And sit with curiosity. Notice the sensations that are the loudest. And see what arises, even if it doesn't seem to make sense. What is an obstacle that you need to overcome in order to step more fully into your embodiment as soul king and queen? Allow the cells to answer. Allow the soul to speak. It might be through symptoms of pain. It might be through an impulse. It might be through an image. But whatever it is, can you stay with it? If it is an image, ask, where in my body, or what happens in my body when I see this image? And just allow yourself a few moments to notice. If it is pain, if it is uncomfortable, place your hand upon that region. And as you sense that pain, can you also sense this healing frequency coming through you. This healing frequency, the solar sapphire blue ray of Isis, combined with the energies of this Sirius healing council. Allow yourself to feel the intensity. Whatever is blocking, stay with the curiosity. Stay with your complete attention into what your divine child is showing you. What is arising? And if it is intense, as it intensifies, call in more of the healing frequency. Call in more of the frequency. If it is intense, dearest, allow your eyes to wander and notice that healing room that the child has brought you into. Notice it, sense it. Allow the child to know. Allow your magical child to know. Through recognizing the sensations in your body, that this healing chamber is always available. You can always access it. By focusing on the sensations, dearest, you are making a solar stamp, a quantum stamp, a pathway to your son's son, to the nurturance, to the guidance, to the guardians of the Holy Covenant. So as the child allows what is happening, the guards, the guides, the priests and priestesses tell the child to come, and she is scooped up and just held. Allow yourself to notice what happens inside as the child within you is picked up and held. And what happens? What does the child share? For this child, dearest, is going to make a commitment, a sacred covenant to that which is the direct pathway to becoming your own unique expression of the living Christos. How does the child respond as the guides hold her and ask her, are you ready to make this commitment to becoming your own unique expression of the living Christos? What are you scared of? Where is your resistance, holy child? And notice what sensations arise. Notice what happens. What does the child say? Notice the sensations in the body, and notice what it feels like to hold these sensations, and also experience what it is like to be held in the loving arms of your guide, feeling the connection, feeling the resistance. Allow both to exist. Allow the child to speak through the sensations that are arising in the body. Notice as the guide holding you calls and brings forward more of the healing ray from this Sirius healing council. The guide is holding you. You are connecting to the sensations, to the story, to the limitations and resistance that is showing up. You are being showered upon with more of the healing energies. Very good. Very good. Ask the child if she is ready to be put down. And when she is, she will be prepared to go meet her great cosmic mother Isis. So the child is put down by the guides. And you can allow the child to move. You can allow the child to express herself. Allow the child to do whatever she needs to let go of more of that resistance if it is still there. Or perhaps she still is preferring the stillness. And as she leaves this healing chamber and goes back into the great hall of Isis's temple, there is a door with a shining, gleaming light radiating from it. When she is ready, she can walk through the door, or he, dearest. Both king and queen are honored here. Allow the child, when they are ready, to come towards the door, where this shining, glimmering light that is Isis glimmers and shines and brings forth my love. And I assure you, dear child, that you are always guided. You are always welcome here. And I want you to know that asking you to make a commitment, a sacred covenant, to become an expression of the living Christos, to live a life of divine living, to become an embodiment of king or queen is a big commitment. It is truly not an easy path. And yet you were never designed to take it alone. We have always been here to serve you, and we have been awaiting our reunion. And so, child, over these coming weeks, or this coming week, whenever you use this experience, you can begin to feel what else blocks you from becoming the king and queen, the priest and priestess, serving the true lineage of the Messiah, serving this holy lineage that we are all a part of. What still exists in the planes of distortion that block you from becoming the truth of who you are? What resistance resides within? For most of you, it is not that there is always some inner child wound. It is just that moving out of these familiar, comfortable places that you have, quote unquote, fought so hard to get into. That creates resistance in itself. Yet, as true king, as true queen, there is always something you are bound to face. And we do not have any more tolerance for this misunderstanding that the obstacles within your body or within your life make you not spiritual, show that you are off the path, when indeed, dearest, most of these limitations and obstacles arise when you are on your path. For that is what it means to be a true king and queen. That is what it means to serve as a holy priest and priestess. To truly serve the divine covenant. It is not about having happiness and joy all the time, dearest. You indeed deserve this happiness and joy, and it is yours to experience. Yet you will also feel the depths. You cannot be king or queen and just sit happily dressed pretty on a throne. And that is what Isis and Osiris are here to teach you. How to radiate, how to come into the depths of your being, to access the truth of your power, how to find the beauty in the depths, how to shine in your grand luminescence of these cosmic frequencies. And so, dear child, know that I am here. Know that I am here. And invite your child within to begin to notice how Isis has began to make this entire room rain with luminescent light. There are raindrops of beauty, of color, of rainbow light showering upon you, twinkling. Feel the skin receive. Allow the body to begin to move as a child, dancing in radiant light. Experience what that is like. Allow the child to take over you. Allow this divine magical child to move and be silly and to express and to just wave her arms and notice and imagine and feel what it would feel like to receive these twinkling raindrops of luminescent light. I am the cosmic queen, dearest. I can create everything. And I am not here to tell you to suffer. I am here to tell you to be ready to experience totality. To be ready to experience totality. And allow your hands to move. Allow the legs to move. Imagine that the raindrops are filling a swimming pool that is appearing before your very eyes in this quantum healing chamber. And Isis is moving her wand. I am moving and creating and stirring up energy to create these raindrops coming into an effervescent pool for you to swim in. And allow the body to just be curious of what it would feel like to swim in a luminescent, pearly, creamy, milky substance that is the nurturance of Isis, that is the tears of Isis, that are my life pouring forth in a liquid, crystalline form. So allow yourself to receive. Allow your body to know what it is like to swim in the infinite. Do not just stay in stillness now. Imagine the body is swimming. Imagine the body is swimming. And just move the body. And move it slowly so that you can imagine what every drop, every morsel of this liquid feels like mixing with your skin. Can you allow the curiosity, allow the joints to just sway, allow the joints to move, allow the liquidity of your body to become the only way that you can move. For you truly are liquid, dearest. So can you get in touch and allow the divine magical child to move you like the liquidity that you truly are? Allow yourself to move. Allow yourself to move. Allow yourself to just be taken over. Allow yourself to be taken over by these healing waters. And not have an agenda. Not have a way to be. Not worry if you look silly or if you are doing it right. Just be curious about how your body feels moving through this liquid, moving through these crystalline healing waters. This bath that is meant to bring this divine magical child alive in your cells. The more sensation that you are able to feel, the smaller, the most subtle experience that you can have is how the rewiring takes place. It is how the quantum moment is sealed. So just bring it deeper in to the experience. Imagine the crevices within the bones seeping up the marrow, drenching itself in this healing liquid, and how you can move your body to receive more, to taste and allow every crevice of your beings within the bones, allowing the blood. Imagine how blood is moving, and can it be infused more greatly with this cosmic healing liquid that is being rained upon you, that is being poured upon you from the cosmic goddess Isis. Can you allow the muscles, allow the movement of the muscles to be fluid so that they too can receive the liquid. Allow yourself to be curious of how your muscles would move through water. And just be, dearest. Give yourself as much time as you need to stay within these waters. For those of you that feel it is enough, you can return here. Continue to return here when you need to. Allow the body to just float. Allow the body to sway. Allow the body, the muscles, the skin, whatever is calling you, the neck, to receive the healing waters. And if you are drawn to feeling the stillness, then you can do so. If you are drawn to moving, then do that as well. Just receive. Just receive. Feel the purity. Feel the love that your body and cells begin to radiate from the inside out. Feel the body coming into a new alignment. Beginning to just do the gentle rocking back and forth or side to side, if that is what you prefer. Just as we have started with, bringing hands to the center of the chest. Inviting the magical child to embrace Isis again. Reminding you, child, that you are deeply loved and always welcome here. That you are indeed preparing for greatness. And I'll always, always stay committed to you. So feel the child. Notice and scan the body. What has shifted? Feel the feet on the ground, the heaviness of the pelvis, the body connected to the chair. Stay with the sensations of the grounding. Allow every cell to seep in what has just happened. Feel the arms heavy by your side. Notice if there is a sound, a sigh, a tone that wishes to come out. Notice if there is any shaking, moving, jumping up and down, twisting that wishes to happen in the body. As old stagnant energy might wish to leave. Even if it seems silly, remember, this is the magical divine child. Very good, dearest. And when you are ready, in your own time, go for a walk. Sit down with a journal. Even create an artistic picture if you wish. But allow this magical child to have a conversation with you, explaining what has happened, getting in touch with what you truly can do to step more into your own expression of divine living. Did the child learn that there is something to let go of, something to explore, something more that needs attending to? Let the child share this with you. Dearest, I am devoted to you shining your authentic soul self here, not your egoic, smaller, defensive self. I am devoted to the direct pathway of you becoming your own expression of the sacred covenant you made to uphold, to live the frequencies and divine expression of the living Christos, the Christ consciousness. This healing temple is one of many temples that reside here on your Sirius. We have been guarding the frequencies of Christ consciousness for eons, serving the pure, the holy kingdom that you are here to create through you, within you, and with your fellow brothers and sisters of humanity. The work is not just in your meditations, dearest. It is in how you interact with the others, with life on a daily basis. It is time to take a step forward. For many of you, this means out of your comfort zone and into a greater expression of yourself. I see you. I see your highest, fullest potential. I see what you are becoming. You are radiant. You are a god, a goddess, a king and queen, a priest and priestess. You are indeed the living Christos, awakening more and more to the kingdom of heaven within you each and every moment of your day. Do not be afraid of your limitations. Invite me, and I will hold you and move you through them. For that is the only way that you will truly become who you are here to be. You are welcome in this temple at any time. I love you, and I will talk with you again. And so, just allowing ourselves to see if you can retrieve and notice what happens in the body as you recall that divine magical child. Notice what space has opened up. Notice the sensations. Sweep your body and feel the cells. How do you feel now as opposed to when we just started? Can you recall something that occurred during this experience? And notice what happens inside as you recall it. And can you slow down enough so that when you notice what happens inside, you can pay attention to that more? This is rewiring. This is overriding the hardwiring of your brain. This is building more capacity. And as you go throughout your day, make time to dance a little. Make time to move a little. To allow energy to move through you. I don't want to move a lot because I have this screen on and it will become a deterrent to you. But move how your body wants to move. It doesn't have to be professional. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just needs to feel good. Because children don't stop moving. And it's the divine child in us that gets to become the full embodiment of King and Queen. And it's that divine child within us that communicates with our soul, that is our soul. And it's the divine child in us that has the most fun. So invite them to become a part of your living world. And move yourself out of your head and into your heart. And we do that through movement. It's not through just sitting and just focusing on one spot. It's about allowing ourselves to sense. It's about our body becoming oriented from the heart. And that is very much tied into the keynote of Leo. So use this time to reorient and to be supported into playing with that more. I love you all, and I hope that you enjoyed this. You can comment, you can let me know, share your experiences, and I'd love to hear from you. Okay, much love. Bye-bye.